How you doing today, D?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Absolutely fantastic. Where you are in your place of music has got to be one of the most exciting parts of the journey. Are you documenting this so that you can hold on to it forever?
100%. 100%. Yes, I definitely do not want to lose these memories right here. Very bittersweet moment right now.
Because people not only here in the States, but around the world are getting to know D. And I love that it's just D. We've had Cher, we've had Madonna, we've had Adele, but now we have D.
That's right. I'm excited about that. I'm the first.
What part of the story that you're currently living is something that really is opening up your heart to process the new journey? There's always a lesson in every day that we're given birth to. What are you learning?
Currently, I would say I have been learning to enjoy the moment. I am a very survival-based guy, just off of me growing up, the way that I've grown up. So I'm always looking for the next move, and it always keeps me on my toes by me thinking like that. But with this moment right here, this isn't going to last forever, right? And I never been in something that can be so impactful, not to just me, but a lot of my peers and the people that come behind me. So I've been learning how to just enjoy the moment, man. Live in the moment, enjoy it, soak it in, have grace with people, and be obsessed with growing. It's probably my biggest diamond right now. Be obsessed with growing.
And to be with Team Kelly, I mean, she is so genuine when it comes to helping people grow beyond their present success.
I would agree 100%. I feel like she is like that because the way that she sings and the way that she does all her hustles now, she's probably the number one working woman in showbiz right now, to be honest. And she can work in any genre. Feel like a connection with us two has definitely strengthened our bond.
I love the way that, and the story that she has shared with how she took on Clive Davis. Clive Davis had a vision of her success, and she goes, no, we're gonna do it my way. I'm Kelly, and she is not afraid to give that to people like yourself.
Absolutely. That's so inspiring as an artist as well to see stuff like that, because it's easy to get lost into the industry the way that the industry wants it, or just like others people opinions and other people because they've already done it. But I'm grateful to see that the artist really has to say so at the end of the day, right? Like, you have your own vision, and as long as your vision come to light, man, that's all that really matters.
Yeah. Dude, when you know that about the music business, I mean, to me it's like radio as well. I knew what the snake was before I picked it up. How do you prepare your heart for something like that?
Well, I would speak for me, knowing what you're getting into and having a relationship with God has been like number one for everything that I've done so far. And my process to be so much more smoother. I'm underprepared, but I feel well prepared, and I feel like mostly all of it comes from just me having this relationship with God, and we already having the vision, like you said, and knowing what you're getting into. I feel like as artists, we kind of depend on the industry to do things for us versus us using the platforms that we get on, i.e. the industry, to accomplish the things that we need to accomplish. So I feel like we're looking at it from versus it being half empty. That is probably the biggest takeaway from that.
Answering that call from God. And the reason why that I'm so happy that you brought that up is because yesterday, which was Easter, people were asking me, how is it that you can work on a day such as this? And I said, I've already been with God today, and God has commanded me to be here with you. How are you doing?
Come on, preach it now.
Yeah, we're both in the South. We get it, man. We so get when it comes to having that relationship.
That's right.
Now, one of the things that inspires me so much about you, D, is the fact that you chose jazz while you were still in high school. I ran away from music because I felt like I didn't want to do barbershop. I didn't want to do what the chorus teacher was saying. And so I'm so glad that you got to experience jazz.
Me too. Me too. It was my entryway to everything else, to be honest.
What were you feeling? Because jazz is coming from the soul. Jazz is coming from the history. Jazz is, it was here before any of us.
Yeah, so I feel like by me learning that type of stuff at like 16 or 17, coming to the game and singing the Frank Sinatras and the Tony Bennett's, and that's music that's not in my genre ever, like, right? But I had to learn it to sing at these big auditoriums and stuff with my jazz band. So it stretched me. I was able to grow at a young age to, grow my horizon and learn like about the jazz music and about blues and about things that I just wasn't used to as a youngin' growing up and listening to. Like, I never cling to jazz music. I think I can agree to a lot of people, young people as well. We just never cling to the jazz music. But when I had to learn it, man, it was like a switch, and I learned the history of it. I learned so many different intakes and so many different interpretations of jazz, and just the music flows through you. Like you said, I've learned how to let the music flow through you, and that jazz is just something about it. The jazz is almost like blues. It's just something about those style of music. Like you said, it's from the soul, it's from the heart. And I feel like they had a key part of me being a soulful singer. Yeah,
because, to me, it's an extension to your imagination because of the way that, all of these instruments coming together and you create this harmonious music. You're going, how is that even possible? It's like stepping into a forest and listening to all the birds sing.
Right, yep. And everybody has a part. Imagine a chorus with the birds.
now, being down there in Montgomery, my God, that right there is right in the center of the Delta blues as well. You really grew up in a place where music has set the style of the world.
Yes. I cannot stress it enough. I have had my share of just like great music. A lot of times we listen to things here, and I go somewhere else like California, New York City, and they have never heard it, or like it just hasn't like hit there like it has in the South. And I feel like that's a big advantage.
Yeah.
We just have that style down here, man.
I've always blamed it on the southern sun and all the humidity. It's like, it's like the southern accent where you just go, man, I need some sweet sun tea. It's like, oh, mama, it's hot out here.
It's hot out here. No, that I couldn't relate more.
The beauty of music, that's what I love about exploring music, is that there's always beauty, but to get to that beauty, there's also a little bit of turmoil. How do you make your way through that storm to get to that song?
Man, that is a great question. I feel like for me, in my perspective, I kind of connect every song with the way that the song is feeling. So like the message behind the song, but in the style that I sing it in, man, I just want to feel every word. So it doesn't matter what style it is or what genre it is, whether it's country, pop, R&B, folk. It really doesn't matter, because you're singing with the same passion, and some stuff you just can't teach. Like a lot of things you just can't teach, that passion and that grit and just that soulfulness that comes from deep down in your stomach, you know what I'm saying, in your heart. You want to cut somebody deep when you sing. I feel like once you can connect to that every single time, oh my goodness, it just feels, all songs just feel like you're supposed to be singing it. You feel like you're supposed to be present in the song. And that's helped me tremendously, man. I feel like that every song I sing.
Well, I kept telling my wife the first time I saw you, I said, he's lived this life before. He knows this music way too much. He's been here before.
That's funny, man. A lot of people I grew up with, man, or just people around, they call me an old soul. Say I got an old soul.
How did you deal with the love and passion for sports?
with me being an athlete growing up, and I mean playing year-round baseball, basketball, football, summer, spring, fall, winter, it was very, I would say I never had time to do like anything else. But singing had always been like something that I was able to do. I was blessed to do. I just never took it as serious as I do now. Once I got out of college and I was able to focus, like redirect my focus on something else. 'Cause before then, all I could focus on is trying to be the best athlete I can be, or the best student I can be, the best whatever I could be. It wasn't in music though. So once I was able to redirect my focus into music, that's when like it started clicking for me. A lot of things just started to make sense for me, and the music just became another sport at the end of the day to me, right? And that's how I was able to connect with it so much, man. I almost treat life like a sport. Everything I do is like, because with the sports, it taught us like discipline. It taught us like the things that we didn't understand growing up. Our coaches, I understand now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I just treat it like that now.
Wow. You just gave me a huge flashback, because that I totally agree with you with that, because with radio station program directors and consultants and stuff like that, I always wanted to fight the system, only to be on this side of the journey now going, oh, they were always right. Oh, why didn't I listen back then? I could have grown further if I would have just listened to them.
Yes, sir. Yep.
But you know, when you talk about sports and having the passion of the sports that you speak of, right away I start thinking of Michael Jordan. And Michael's here in Charlotte, and I sit there and I think, with all of the things that he has put into sports, why aren't we hearing him sing? I bet you he's got a song in his heart.
I hope he can sing.
I mean, because I mean, you're using so many different personalities in everything that you've done. I just want to know why those that do sports are not singing. Why aren't they exploring that part of their lives? You were able to do that.
Yeah. I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I guess they accomplish, when you accomplish so much in one thing, though, man, it's hard to kind of like shy away from it, I guess. But some people later on in their careers, they try to dip and dabble because they accomplished so much in one area in their life. They try to dip and dabble in other things that they think they're talented in. I'm all for it, but most of them want to rap.
You seem to be the type of person, though, that you feel something in your heart and you go, all right, let's run with it. Let's go. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Because what we got to lose.
That is so true. That is, to me, and that's the addiction to excitement. It's like, okay, I'm going to step off the cliff, but I know there's a net down there. Let's make it work.
Absolutely. Yep. Let's go get some more eggs. Put all my eggs in one basket. Let's go get some more eggs. That way you give it all. No regrets.
You singing the national anthem and then taking the field. Now that has my attention, only because when it comes to using my different personalities, it takes a little bit for me to transition into what the next calling is. How were you able to do that?
That is, oh God, man. I tell you, man, I don't even think about it. I just don't even think of it. It was just in the spur of the moment. God has blessed me to do multiple things. So, hey, Dave, we need you to sing national anthem. Okay. But you also started running back. Okay. So you got to get on back here. All right, got you, So, man, just stepping into your purpose and, like you said, having that mindset to where, I don't mind trying. I don't mind doing it, because what's the worst can happen, right? Yeah. If I didn't sing the national anthem before, it wouldn't have made a difference. So why not?
Man,
right, so
that sounds so much like the message that Stephen Furtick shared yesterday at Elevation Church, is that we don't understand the in-between story, and what he brought up was that Peter denied Christ 3 times, but he had to live and grow beyond that in the days after the cross, that in-between, and that's you as a creative person, you face the in-between all the time. Absolutely.
I 100% agree. That's almost like the eulogy, right? Like the things that you do on earth, the things that you do. And that's one thing that I always want to have behind me. My eulogy to be that he was a man of God, that he did the right things the right way. He became successful doing the right things the right way. You help so many people. You do this, you do that. That's like you said, that in between. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. I understand that at 25, and I think that's gonna be the driving force for me for the rest of my life. So.
25 is such a pivotal year. One of the things that I learned at the age of 25 is that your vocals change one more time. Have you experienced that at 25 yet?
I don't know. I honestly can't answer. I do not know. I think I had a deep voice and I think my voice really started changing like 20. It was a little heavy at like 18 already. But it just like gradually changed at like 2021. And I honestly don't know right now. I think maybe I haven't hit it yet. Maybe it's going to be later on at 25 years, maybe about 3 more months.
But even at 20, didn't you have to readjust your vocal tones? I mean, as a singer, you had to sit there and go, oh, wait a second. Something's moving here. I've got to be able to readjust.
I'm trying to think of a moment that I had to readjust my vocal tone. I don't think I have. It just got, I don't know, man. I think me being a raspy singer and me just having that soulfulness and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that people be going through that I have never experienced in my life because it's like I just wake up and sing at some points, right? So I came into the game the opposite way. Like I didn't warm up. I never warmed up. I never So when I got exposed to like the voice, they were teaching me all this stuff. Like, hey, you should warm up before you go out there. Hey, you should do this. Mix voice, head voice, chest. I'm like, oh my goodness, are y'all serious? I've never been doing this. So now that I got exposed to that information, it was a different ball game. Like, oh wow. So if I was to put that in my repertoire, wow, I could be so much better, David. Why not? Let's do it, So I think that's what it is for me.
Wow.
But, hey,
in like when you turn 30 or 35, you're going to be like Barry White. This is the saddest day of my life.
Right, Isaac Hayes or somebody.
So where can people go to find out more about you, D? Because I want them to know your story. I want them to experience your music in forward motion. Yes.
I am currently sharing my journey throughout my social medias right now. You can follow me on Facebook at D.Smooth Music. That's DSMOOTH Music. On Instagram at D.Smooth Official. That's DSMOOTH Official. And those are the main two platforms that you'll really see like my in and day out, day in, day out journeys. I really am ecstatic about you guys. I'm ecstatic about the show. I'm ecstatic about like my new people that's following me and just like get hipped onto who I am and what I do. I'm really big on authenticity, and I really truly appreciate everyone who sees that I'm very authentic. I'm a country boy from the South and trying to make it happen out here.
Well, please come back to this show anytime, D, because the door is always going to be open for you, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Well, you be brilliant today, okay?
Yes, sir. You too, man.